In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue. They start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ready? Offense set on first down. They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
325. Back to pass. It's Harold. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Takes the easy one to the back. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you. But you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there,
headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
I love the aggressive nature of the play calling there. The opening drive in the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield. It's Swanson.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Here's the give off the left side. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The option look, and they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now improvising. That's caught. It's Swanson. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Got his man on the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. One final play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to beat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few points about this game.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be at the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. He's got his man. On a sweet spin, he's free. And he picks up the 1st down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Let's go. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The give. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On second down, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback, keeping his eyes down the field.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
It's a draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ball.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Cougars will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're bringing heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Field goal is good. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And jump plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. To the air on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. This offense has a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Harrell. Unloads it left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from fires toward the end zone. They're intercepted. Not only a great play, but Tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Cougars get enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Phillips. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Off the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Goes to the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown, BYU! They take the lead with the 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll pitch it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that run.
Quick catch on 3rd down. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
He's got it. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to...
Touchdown, UNC! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And in that goal line situation, awesome job by the tight end, winning his one-on-one battle, making an easy target for his QB.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back in this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the cutie of these. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays. And
to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. Your college fantasy football team going.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Run it with the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Well, 2nd and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all,
he hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Defense just can't cover this guy. We've seen it all game long, whether it's man coverage, zone coverage, double coverage. They cannot find an answer for him. He's already got over 150 yards.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Working that left side now. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The inside handoff. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. He'll keep it himself. He'll pitch it.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to the right side. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Harold. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bauer. They get him down after he makes the catch. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to pass on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.